Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Blair, and today I'm sharing all of my favorite glowy makeup products with you. If you are familiar with me and my channel, you will know that I love glowy makeup products. They are my favorite. Anything with the word luminous, glowy, dewy in the title or the description, I automatically have to try it out. So I feel like I have a pretty good collection of glowy face products. If you're interested in seeing all of my favorite luminous glowy products, please keep watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already and hit your notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Let's go ahead and get into my favorite glowy makeup products. Let's go ahead and get started. I have a lot of products to talk about today, so I'm going to try to keep it quick and not go on and on about each product, because if I do, this video will be an hour long. This first product was the most obvious choice for me for this video, and again, I'm not going to talk about it forever because I talk about this all the time, but I can't not mention it. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. There is a reason why you see this in so many YouTube videos, you see it on Instagram, it's everywhere. And the reason is it's that good. Nothing else I've ever used is like this. There are things that are similar, but not the same. And this is just a lit from within product. It does not look like a liquid highlighter. It looks like you've been out in the sun and you are just radiating, glowing from within. It is the prettiest product ever, and you can do so many things with it. You can put it under your foundation, just on the high points, which I do all the time. You can put it all over your face, which I've actually started doing recently. I have two shades. I have the shade number 2 and 3. 3 I will kind of put in on the outer portions of my face, and then I'll use shade number 2 on the high points and the very center and blend it all over, and it is the prettiest base for makeup, for under foundation. Even if you just want to use this and a little bit of concealer, that is beautiful too. It is a beautiful product. It is pricey. I know some people don't like that it has this big doe foot applicator. I personally don't mind that. If it bothers you to wipe it on your face, I would just put some on the back of your hand and apply it that way. This product, there's not anything else like it on the market that I know of, and I would 150% recommend this. Moving on to highlighters. So I had to force myself to limit the number I was going to share with you because I have a lot of highlighters that I really love, but a few of them are my absolute favorites. One of which I actually just got a few weeks ago, and I cannot put this down. This is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. It's this Hourglass, forget the name, Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. And this came out, I guess, a few years ago for holiday from Hourglass, and it was so popular they brought it back this year, and this is stunning. I can see why they brought this back. I have it on right now. I mean, it is so beautiful. I have typically been just mixing all 3 colors, but you have a really good mix in here. You have more of a bronzy tone, a champagne, and then more of a pinky highlighter, but mixed together, these are so beautiful. They obviously are in the Hourglass powder formula, which is stunning. I love Hourglass powders, as a lot of you probably know. This is very pricey, but worth every single penny, in my opinion. Honestly, because I have this, I really don't need to buy highlighter ever again. This is that good and that pretty. So if you're in the market for a new highlighting palette, or you're curious about Hourglass highlighters, you cannot go wrong with this. Would highly recommend it. Another highlighter that I love is the Benefit Cookie Highlighter. This came out, I believe this was originally in a Benefit face palette, and then it was so popular they came out with the individuals that you could buy. This is a very silvery metallic highlight, so it's very intense. You do not need a lot of it. It is one of my favorites though. I absolutely love this. Let's see if I can swatch it for you. It is very, very icy. So that's it right there. Hopefully you can see. It's a very, very light, icy highlighter. It also looks really, really pretty on your eyes. This, I believe, also comes in a pink highlighter that's called Tickle, I'm pretty sure. I don't have that one. I typically prefer more of a champagne to golden kind of highlight, but if you like pink, the Tickle highlighter from Benefit looks really pretty too. My other favorite highlighters are the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek highlighters. Oh my goodness, I have two favorites. I have a few of these, but the two I reach for the most are Lunch Money and Flexitarian. Flexitarian is definitely more of an kind of a silvery, kind of an icy, kind of similar to the Benefit Cookie highlighter. But, it is so, so beautiful. Hopefully you can see. So this is Flexitarian, and definitely more of a silver tone, whereas Lunch Money is definitely more of a golden, champagne kind of color. So there is Flexitarian and there is Lunch Money. Both really, really pretty. I love them both. They also look really pretty on your eyes. I personally apply these with my finger. I think this formula, for me at least, applies the best just using my finger, but you can use a brush as well if you like a brush more. These are so affordable. I think they're like $8 and they are so pretty. Cannot go wrong with these. You can buy these at Ulta now or order them from Colourpop. Moving on, typically when I think of my favorite glowy products, I don't think of powder, but if you're someone that does not like a very matte look to your face, but you do feel like you need to set certain areas, the Hourglass Ambient Powders are the best. They really are. This, you can see, I have used quite a bit. I use this palette all the time. You get 3 different colors in here, and honestly, if you feel the need to set your face and you like a very light, finely milled powder that doesn't look like powder, this is what you need. Honestly, there's no powder at the drugstore that I have found that is even close to the Hourglass formula. I would recommend this to anyone. This is just the ambient lighting palette. This from Hourglass is probably my go-to item. I have a lot of other things from them that I love, but I use this almost every single day. Everyone needs it, in my opinion. It's very pricey, again, but if you can get it during a sale, or I think right now, I'm not sure if it'll still be going on when this video comes up, but I think Hourglass may be doing Friends and Family for 20% off right now. I'll put it up on the screen if that sale is still going on when I put this video up. I promise you, if you get this palette and any of the Hourglass powders, you will not be disappointed. I can't say enough good things about them. Moving on to the last Hourglass product that I have to mention, and it's their bronzers. This is the shade Nude Bronze Light, and this bronzer is so, so pretty. If you have a fair or a light skin tone, this is a gorgeous neutral bronzer, and it's the same formula obviously as the other Hourglass powders. It doesn't have shimmer in it, but it just gives your face the prettiest sheen. It's so hard to explain. I actually have this bronzer in the crease of my eyelids today as well. So I used this and this Glimmer Magnetic Nude from Nudestix, and these are the only 2 things I have on my eyes. And that's all I need for a day-to-day basis. I love it. You cannot go wrong with their bronzers. They do have other colors for other skin tones if you're a deeper skin tone than me. You cannot go wrong with these. Again, very pricey, but so worth it. This is what I have on my face today for bronzer as well. I did also want to mention regarding the Hourglass powders, a lot of these come in mini sizes now. So I believe they're about half the price of the full size. So if you're not wanting to spend that much, but you do want to try out the Hourglass powders, I would definitely look into the mini sizes. One of my favorite things to use on my eyes when I have a really dewy looking base is cream eyeshadows. And I have quite a few that I really like, but one of my absolute favorites are the Eyes to Mesmerize from Charlotte Tilbury. I have two of them. I have the shade Jean, which is this one. It's a really beautiful champagne. So pretty. And then I also have the shade Marie Antoinette, which I also really love. This one is a little bit more of a taupey color, but also very beautiful. There is Marie Antoinette, there is Jean. The Eyes to Mesmerize from Charlotte Tilbury kind of make your lids look wet. And they do dry down and they stay put, but they just give you that really pretty metallic almost look to your eyelids, which I personally love, especially for days when I have a really luminous base or I have a really glowy primer on or whatever. I love to apply a cream shadow all over my lid and then just put some bronzer in my crease, and that's it. But I love these because they keep their kind of wet look on your eye, but they do dry down and they stay put. So these are amazing quality. You get a good bit of product in here. These little pots are pretty full, so they're gonna last you quite a while. I love them, and I would highly recommend these from Charlotte Tilbury. Sticking with the eyes theme, I have recently fallen in love with these from Nude Stix. These are the Magnetic Nude Glimmers, and this one is in the shade Bronzy Babe. I think they have maybe two or three other colors in these. These are also a liquid eyeshadow, but they come with the doe foot applicator. And this shade I actually have on my eyes today. And it is so pretty. This is a true bronze. So that's it right there. It is so pretty. It's the perfect golden, bronzy kind of tone for your eyelid. I love it so much. I literally have this on today and a little bit of bronzer in my crease, and that's it as far as eyeshadow goes. These are so beautiful. Again, like the Charlotte Tilbury, they do dry down and stay put, but they give you that really pretty, wet, luminous finish to your eyes. Moving on to some lip products, and this was really hard for me to narrow down because I have so many of the same type of lip product, because like I've said before, I am actually much more of a gloss or a lip balm person than I am a lipstick person. I do love a good lipstick, but if I had to choose, I would choose a lip gloss or a tinted balm. So I have a few to share with you. The first is a lip gloss, and like I said, I have a ton of lip glosses that I love. But if I had to pick one that just gives a very juicy, luminous, plump look to my lips, it would be the Glossier Clear Gloss. I actually have the clear one, and then I have the clear that has some sparkle in it as well. And this is a phenomenal clear gloss. It is truly clear, and it looks great over everything, obviously, because it's clear. It's not sticky. It's a very thin formula, but it gives you that really pretty, wet, glossy look to your lips. I love this so much. If you need a new clear gloss, the one from Glossier, either with the sparkle or the clear, I love them both. Another lip product that I love, and I wear them all the time. I have them everywhere. I have one in my purse, my car, my vanity, I have them everywhere, are the Laneige Glowy Lip Balms. I have the berry, the peach, and the pear scent. The only one I don't have is the mango one, although I do kind of want that one too, but these are so good. Very similar to the look of the Glossier Clear Gloss, but I do think these give maybe just the tiniest bit of a tint to your lips. My favorite is definitely the berry scent. I'll just go ahead and put a little bit on top. Oh my gosh, the berry scent smells so good. It's a mix of strawberry, raspberry, tons of berries. I love it. It smells just like the lip sleeping mask from Laneige. I love these. You cannot go wrong. I love the pear and I love the peach too. These are just really great lip balms that give you that glossy, pretty look. I will say the Laneige balms are a little bit stickier than the Glossier Clear Gloss. So if you don't like a sticky feel to your lips, I would go with the Glossier gloss. But if you don't mind it and you like a scented balm, I would go with the Laneige. The last lip product, oh, I love these so much. These are the Nars Afterglow lip balms. I have two of them. The original that came out was the Orgasm shade, and I use this all the time. It's just a really pretty, kind of changes to your lip tone, I would say, but this is the prettiest balm ever. I put this on my lips first, actually, today before I put those glosses on top. So the pinky color on my lips is from this balm, and I just love it, especially for spring and summer. This is the classic peachy pink Orgasm color from Nars, and I love it. Cannot go wrong with these. And I got a new one in the Sephora sale. I got the Laguna shade. So this one just came out this year, I believe, and this is definitely more of a nude. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, not glitter, but it does give your lips a little bit of a shimmery kind of look. Super pretty. I love this color as well. They also have a bunch of new colors of these. I believe last year after the Orgasm shade came out, they came out with a bunch of other shades too. So if you don't like one of these, they do have others as well, but these you cannot go wrong with. Again, super easy to just throw on your lips and give them a little bit of hydration and a little bit of color, but nothing dramatic. It's very, very subtle and just a pretty tinted lip balm. Another product that is pretty new to me, but I knew I had to put it in this video because I don't have anything like this, and I loved this pretty much immediately. It's a sunscreen. It's the Glow Screen from Supergoop. This has SPF 40. This is, I believe, their newest sunscreen. They have several. They have an everyday sunscreen and they have the unseen sunscreen. I have actually tried the unseen sunscreen before, and I don't dislike that one, but it's definitely more of a mattifying kind of sunscreen. It's very silky feeling. It's got that silicone-y kind of finish to it and feel, which I know some people really love. I obviously always prefer a glowy kind of finish over a more mattifying finish, so I love this. It also gives a little bit of a golden tint to your skin. It doesn't have coverage, but it definitely does give me at least a little bit of color to my face, and this also doubles as a primer. They also say you can use this as a highlighter as well. It's a very interesting product, but I've been using this a ton since I got it, and I love this. They describe it as a lightweight, pearlescent SPF that hydrates the skin while acting as a luminous makeup gripping primer. I really like this. I would highly recommend it if you like a dewy look to your face. If you don't, you're definitely not going to like this. I would definitely recommend the Unseen sunscreen from them. Moving on to complexion products. I only have one foundation to share with you. I forced myself to only pick one foundation, and This was a pretty easy choice, to be honest. This foundation was my favorite for months when it came out until I fell in love with my By Beauty foundation, and I do still love that one, but I love this one as well. It's what I have on today. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous foundation. This was love at first sight, love at first try when I got this months and months ago, and for a while, this was pretty much the only foundation I was using. It is a really pretty, I would say it's not dewy, it's more of just a luminous foundation as it's called. It's not an oily kind of looking foundation, but it definitely has some luminosity to it. It's a really great medium coverage. You can build it up if you want. You can even get a pretty light coverage out of it if you use a very, very small amount, but I adore this foundation. I wear the shade 200W, and I believe this comes in 50 shades, which is really great. So everyone should be able to find a shade that works for them. This is definitely my pick for a glowy foundation. I don't have anything bad to say about this. I love it. In fact, when I used it for this video, I was thinking, I can't believe I haven't been using this for the last few months because I loved it when I tried it, and I remembered today why. I just think it gives your skin the prettiest natural luminous look, and it's definitely a favorite for spring and summertime. I definitely like luminous skin all year long, but I love it for spring and summer. So this is definitely going to come back out again and probably be one of my everyday foundations. I have two concealers to share with you, and this was definitely a little bit trickier for me to choose, but I think these are definitely my two top picks for a luminous concealer. The first one is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. This is very unique. It's very, very emollient, and it's very, very hydrating. So it's not, even though it's in a little pot, it is not drying in the least bit. It is very, very flexible, so I can see why it's called the Flex Concealer. It moves with your skin. It's very, very thin. It does not give full coverage. I would say it's a decent light medium. So it's not going to cover everything, but if you're someone that doesn't have much to cover and you don't want a drying concealer, this would be a great one to try out. For me, this definitely does not cover everything, but I love the finish, and the color is a really great match for me. I wear the shade G11. I love this. I would recommend it for pretty much anyone. The one thing I will say about this is you do need to set this with a little bit of powder. For some reason, on me, I can't get away with this one without setting it. I guess because it's so creamy and emollient, it will move around. So you do need to set it with at least a tiny, tiny bit of powder. But it's very natural looking, very pretty. The second one is a brand new concealer to me. And I've been experimenting with this concealer because I used it in my Sephora haul, Get Ready With Me, and I was kind of on the fence because of the coverage, but it's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. I've really been enjoying this. It is again, very emollient, very creamy, hydrating concealer. The one downfall, which is what I said in my previous video, is it does not give great coverage. If you have pretty dark circles, this is not going to cover it. You're definitely going to need to use a corrector underneath, and even then, if your circles are pretty dark, this still may not cover it. But for light makeup days, I love this, and honestly, it's really pretty mixed in with other concealers. I've actually mixed this with the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer, so you get a little more coverage, but you still get the luminous finish of this concealer, and I've really been liking it. I wear the shade number 4 in this one, and I also really like it to use all over my face, kind of like the Luminous Silk Foundation, but it's obviously not a foundation, it's a concealer. But I've been loving just spot concealing all over with this, and then using a corrector and a little bit of this under my eyes for every day. I've really been liking that. The main thing I love about this though is the finish. It is truly a luminous finish. I feel like it's very hard to find a true luminous concealer. I know a lot of concealers claim to be luminous, but a lot of them aren't, in my opinion. A lot of them definitely lean more to a satin or a matte finish. This one is truly luminous. So if you're looking for lightweight, hydrating luminosity under your eyes, that's a really good one. Honestly, I think it would be great for more mature skin because of the consistency, and it's not a ton of coverage, but it's very pretty. I think it's really forgiving and it would be pretty on someone with more mature skin as well. Almost done. Lastly, I have 2 setting sprays to share with you. One of them is high-end, one of them is drugstore. The high-end option probably won't surprise many people. It's the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. This I love. I love the finish. I love the smell. It's a beautiful product. I do not love the price tag. This is $50, $48 I think for this size, the full size. I would honestly, when I run out of this, unless there's another Sephora sale, I probably would not repurchase this just because it's so expensive. This is a beautiful mist, but it is so expensive and you don't really get that much product, so I find that I don't even use it that often because I don't want to run out of it. So I probably won't repurchase this. Maybe I will down the road, but it's just a little bit pricey, but so beautiful. My drugstore pick for a setting mist is actually from Catrice, and it's the Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. You can get the same finish from this setting mist that you can get from this. Obviously, this is a plastic bottle. It's not super luxurious. This is a gorgeous bottle. The packaging is so pretty, but if you want something for every day, you don't want to spend a ton of money, this from Catrice is fantastic. The mister is very fine and it just gives you that illuminated, pretty, dewy look to your face. I actually do have this on today. I'm going to spray a little bit more so you can see. It's so pretty. So pretty. This also has a little bit of a scent to it, but it's not overpowering at all. It's very subtle, but honestly it's very similar to the Tatcha. So I love both of these and I would highly recommend either one depending on your budget. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really wanted to do this video because I obviously love glowy face products. That is my weakness. Anytime a new product comes out that claims to give you a glow, I have to try it. I just love glowy, dewy skin. It's my weakness and just something I absolutely love. So I just wanted to share all of my absolute favorite luminous dewy products with you. And this is not all of them. I definitely have more that I like, but these are my absolute favorites if I had to pick. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below and let me know what your favorite luminous or dewy makeup product is. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed before you leave and click your little notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram at the same username, simply.blair. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye!